everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my Halloween reading vlog. It is officially October 29th today. It is Friday. I'm at my desk. This weekend, I am excited. I have the house to myself for this evening and tomorrow, and then most of Sunday. Mom and Dad are going up to the lake. I'm staying home because I have a Halloween party to go to tomorrow. I have not gone to a Halloween party since I was like a kid because one of my friends growing up, her birthday was on Halloween, so we would always do like a fun thing on Halloween. This year we're doing it. We're going to my friend's house. She's having a Halloween party. It's gonna be great. If you missed my previous vlog, I'm dressing up as Annabeth from Percy Jackson because it's easy, but tonight I'm gonna have to make her necklace. That is tonight's goal. This weekend, what am I gonna be reading? That's a good question. I have one book with me, so we're gonna go downstairs and I'll talk about it. So yes, I have been reading the second book of the Wheel of Time this week. I am really enjoying it. When the second or like official trailer dropped yesterday, I got back on the bandwagon. I listened to so much of it yesterday. So this is the second book in the Wheel of Time. Probably gonna be continue with this at some time, but I also picked up, I'm currently reading 3 books, which is like, you know, par for the course. But I picked up The Light from Uncommon Stars by Rika Aoki, and ooh, that slipped right out of its dust jacket. And I probably won't be reading this one this weekend because it's not like spooky or anything. I also picked up Robin Hobb's The Royal Assassin this week from the bookstore, and I started reading it, and I'm 100 and some pages in. Probably also won't be reading that one unless I want a change, but this is going to be probably my fantasy pick for this week, or this weekend, I should say, because it's the weekend. But yeah, I'm going to be continuing with that, but the spooky books that I want to read this weekend results in and consists of We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. Very excited about this one. It's a classic. I feel like it's a perfect book to read on Halloween. I think I'd easy find the audiobook for that one because it is a classic. So We Have Always Lived in the Castle. And then I also have these two. I have The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling, which is very apt for this time of year, and I'm very excited about it. This is a romance about a curse gone wrong on an ex, I think. Yeah, every time I hear someone describe it, it sounds fun and quirky. And I also have The Lighthouse Witches by C.J. Cook, which I'm excited about. This is like a gothic-y, spooky, horror-y book about witches. So I love it. I'm so excited for these main 3 for this weekend. I just wanted to mention The Great Hunt because I'll probably be listening to this on audiobook today as I get my work done. So this is probably going to be just like a hanger on in the background, but this video is going to be these 3 specifically. I don't know which one I'm going to start, but maybe tonight when I'm painting Annabeth's necklace, I might be listening to The Ex-Hex because I don't believe I have the audiobook for The Lighthouse Witches, but I do on Scribd for The Ex-Hex. By the way, if you guys ever want a free month of Scribd, I have a link in my description that you can use for a free month of Scribd. I love Scribd. It's a great time, and I listen to Scribd all the time, and I love it. I figured why not share it with you guys? But yeah, I will catch up with you guys when I have a little bit more reading done, when my work day is done, and when I got something more exciting happening. Hello friends, it is now a little later and I am here alone in my kitchen. I've had dinner and I have been crafting for the past while. I have all 9 beads done as long as nothing else happens to them. I've had to redo a few now because they've like fallen from their perches into the paint that is wet underneath them because I'm a genius, of course. I think my favorite is this little ram's one. Or it's not a ram, it's a golden fleece. My least favorite is the centaur in a prom dress because that looks ridiculous, but like who cares? But yeah, I did 9 and I know of 7 of the 9 that like have been described in the books, I guess. Because there's the 4 that like Percy also has that have been described, and they are the like trident for Percy in his first year, the golden fleece for the second book, and then the Battle of the Labyrinth in the 4th, and then the Empire State Building in the 5th. Because it's not summer in the 3rd book, right? Like the book takes place over winter, so they don't get another charm in that book. So there's those 4, and then with Annabeth, her like necklace was described briefly. She described 3 of the charms, but there's 5 on it, and they were Talia's pine tree from her first year, the centaur in a prom dress, and a trireme, a Greek trireme on fire. So that is what I did. And then the extra 2, I just did a gold one for funsies, a gold one, and then I did a basic blue little marbly one, just cause. I think I might attach my grad ring to it because I know that she also puts her dad's grad ring on it at some point. Otherwise, this is just gonna be what's on it for now. But now I have 8,000 different wooden beads for the rest of my life because I don't know what to do with them. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I also just grabbed the clear nail polish, which I'm going to start covering these in so that they are clear and sealed because I don't want them to rub off on my shirt and stain my shirt throughout the night. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I've also just been watching Critical Role. I read a little bit more of The Great Hunt. I am now on page 386. And today I didn't listen to anything else. I ended up listening to Campaign 3 from Critical Role. I finished the episode that aired last night because it went till like 1 in the morning and I can't do that when I'm working, so I watched the rest of it today. But yeah, that's been my day. I thought this was gonna take me much longer than it did. So after this, we're gonna see what I end up doing, whether I keep watching Vox Machina or whether I read something. But I'm gonna continue here for a bit. I'll chat with you guys a little later. Hello friends, it is now 11:20 at night and I'm just kind of tidying before going downstairs. But I wanted to share that I made myself a Yankees cap. I was talking to my mom and because I sent her a video of my necklace, the beads and stuff, because I started it before her and my dad left, and I have it hanging here because I wanted to make sure that they were like completely dry. And she said, "Oh, hey, is your costume like completely finished now?" And I said, "Yeah, it would be better if I had a Yankees cap, but I don't have that." We don't. We're Canadian. Why would we have a Yankees cap? Also, we don't watch baseball in this household. So, and she was like, "Oh, we have like a gazillion baseball caps. Go look in your dad's stash and in my stash and find one and like print a logo on it." And I was like, "Let's see." And they have a ton of ball caps, but all of them have like logos on the front. And I was just like, that doesn't really work. And then I saw this one and it has a logo on the back for somewhere that my mom used to work. So she doesn't care about it, but I did my own Yankees cap. It doesn't fit me because my head is massive. But it'll do the trick. But yeah, I freehanded the New York Yankees symbol on it. And it's perfect because it's like an almost blue. So that'll probably be just hanging from my belt loop all night because obviously I don't want to go invisible. So Annabeth's costume is finished. I just finished the second coat of paint, so it's wet still, but I'm gonna let that sit overnight, just chilling there, and I'll deal with that in the morning. But yeah, Annabeth's costume is finished. I'm excited to actually put it all together tomorrow. I am now gonna go downstairs. I don't know whether I want to start the X-Hex of the Lighthouse Witches. I think it depends on whether or not I want to listen to something with like an audiobook or if I want to just read with my eyes. So it all depends, but I'm just walking around my house making sure everything's locked now. That's been my day. Work was good, nothing too crazy. I got through so much Critical Role, Vox Machina too. Holy cannoli, I got through so much of it, which is, you know, good when you're being creative, but I'm excited to put that all together tomorrow. Otherwise, tomorrow my plan is to just hang out and do some reading because the party's at like 7. So that's the plan. Yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs and read something. Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. I'm here in my kitchen making some coffee. Today's plans really just consist of me reading a bit, and I also need to start packing my books, my library. I need to start packing them because I don't know how long that's going to take me. When I do that, I will be listening to the X-Hex. But this morning, I think I'm going to continue with the Lighthouse Witches. So I am 80 some pages in, and I'm liking it so far. The atmosphere is incredible. I just I'm not a fan so far of the dual timeline. But I understand that's like how we're gonna understand things and why things are creepy and whatever. But I just really like the original timeline because I feel like that could build up to a really scary book just on its own. But I'm sure that it's great. The original timeline is with the mom of this book and her 3 daughters going to this new place, this lighthouse, and they're gonna live there because she's doing a commission for the owner because she's an artist and she's doing a mural in the lighthouse. So that's the first timeline, and then the second timeline is one of the daughters like 19 some odd years later, or even more than that, 20 years later, 22 years later, something like that, where she's the only one still around because her 2 sisters and her mom went missing when she was 9 at this lighthouse. So it's like her coming to terms with that, and then her in that storyline when her little sister Clover appears, but Clover hasn't aged a day since she vanished, so she's still 7, and Luna is like 29 and pregnant and all this kind of stuff. So it's a lot. So I'm excited to see where it goes. The atmosphere is already incredible, and I'm liking it. And the pages are like formatted really funny, so it goes really fast. I'll show you. So like a normal book is formatted like this, right? Even this is quite extensive white space on the side, but this is like, where's my bookmark? It's like extensive white space, so much space for annotations. It's incredible, which I have been annotating a bit, not a whole lot, whenever I get the urge to. But yeah, this already creepy. Perfect amount of spook on page 14. So I'm liking that. I'm liking it. So we're gonna keep going with it. And then today I'm gonna read the X-Hex when I start packing my books a little later. Tomorrow, I don't know what's gonna go on. I know I'm gonna be probably tired from the Halloween party tonight, but it's okay. I'm gonna make my coffee and I'll catch up with you guys later. Hello friends. It's noon and I've done like an hour of reading of The Lighthouse Witches. I'm about 120-ish pages in now, and I'm going to call it a pause on that because I feel a little restless today. So I think I just need to do something other than just sit there and listen and read a book. So instead, I'm gonna put on the X-Hex because I'm weirdly excited about it. I'm just heating up my coffee as I let it go cold, and then I'm gonna go downstairs and start packing my books. So what I need for that, a marker to mark the boxes are. My plan of attack is to keep them like in alphabetical order via genre, so just marking like a YA fantasy kind of a thing so I know what they are. And then I'm going to, as soon as I pack a box or 2, I'm gonna bring it upstairs because I don't want to pile them all downstairs and then have to move them all upstairs in one fell swoop when I actually do move. So I'm gonna move them upstairs and I'm gonna put them in the spare bedroom as best I can, so that like less moving, you know, that's the plan of attack. But yeah, I'm gonna go do that, see how much I get done. I also want to work on Project Dream today, which I don't know if I'll have enough time to do that because I do have also the party tonight, and I have to make myself dinner at some point to get that done. We shall see, I guess. But yeah, Lighthouse Witches is going okay. I think I liked it a lot more right off the top when I was reading it because it just seemed a little bit spookier and a little bit more atmospheric than it is right now where I'm at. Yeah, we're gonna see how that one goes. I really wish I had the audiobook for it so that I could just power through it, but alas, I do not. All right, friends, let's tackle this shit. These are the last 3 adult fantasy boxes and the end of some YA fantasy that I couldn't fit in a box, but look how empty they are. Except for the third Wheel of Time book, because I feel like I'm gonna start that soon. Next up, adult romance, and then all of those. And just like that, my friends, I am hot and sweaty, and we've got all the boxes that I had packed. I decided to not do the same thing that I did with my other shelves boxes and bring them upstairs. I just left these here because I'm tired and sweaty. So I need a good few more boxes because I have 1 more for this shelf maybe, and like maybe 2 for this shelf for my classics. And then not only do I have those, but I have all the books in my room. I have all my TBR, all of my antique ones, and then the leftover of those that I will be moving with me. So I need more boxes, which we done knew. But for now, I'm calling it, and I'm gonna go back upstairs. I don't actually know how far I am in to the X-Hex. I really don't. Oh, right about here, page 80. 1. I'm about that far on the audiobook, which is fun. So yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs and just like relax, finish up my coffee. There's like literally nothing left. Drink a gallon of water and just chill until I have to do something else. Whatever that ends up being, Project Dream or just reading more. I don't know, but yeah. Goodness, I did a lot more work than I thought I was going to in this short amount of time. I will catch up with you guys later. Hey friends, it's a little later and I'm just about to make lunch, but I figured I would talk to you guys about the X-Hacks because I am now 100 and some pages in. Hold on. I'm 118 pages in now and I'm enjoying it. It's got a lot of perfectly witchy vibes, which is what I wanted. It's got fun banter and magic, which I love. I think this would be just the cutest like Lifetime movie because it's based around the fact that our main character, Vivi, gets her heart broken by this guy. The night that they break up, she's like a little drunk and with her cousin, and they decide to do witchcraft because they are witches, and they decide to curse him in like a joking way. And it actually works, but it doesn't come into effect until 9 years later when he comes back into the town that they're in, and then all of a sudden all this stuff starts happening. So it's got the small town like Stars Hollow vibes where there's like, you know, all of like the fall festival stuff, and I love it. I love the vibes. It's great. I'm gonna make lunch now. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep listening to this and I'll catch up with you guys later. Hello friends. It is now a little later and I've officially finished The X-Hacks by Erin Sterling. And this was cute. It was so cute. Decently witchy. Perfect for this time of year, fall vibes, October vibes. It literally ends on like November 1st. The majority of the story is like leading up to Halloween, and on Halloween, it's very good. Would recommend for this time of year if you want a really fun little romance. It is unfortunately very straight in some places, but the witchiness makes up for that. And the fact that Gwen, her like cousin, is gay, so that makes up for it too because she's awesome and I love her and I really want her story. So I'm hoping that Erin Sterling writes Gwen's love story next because like I would love to get her story and I'm always here for sapphic romances. So done this baby. First read of the Halloween weekend is completed. I have also changed into my Camp Half-Blood shirt and added makeup to my face, so I'm essentially ready. I just have to get my jeans on and go pretty much. But it is 4:15. I don't have to leave until like 6, maybe a little bit before because I do want to go to the store and pick up some chips and dip on the way for like snackies and stuff for the party, so that's fun. I don't know if I want to keep reading The Lighthouse Witches right now. I probably should. That's another like, I could probably get another hour solid of reading in for this and get another almost 100 pages through because this book moves really fast. We'll see, but this is done. Or not this is, this is done. And I'm happy that I read this. It was very cute and very Halloween-y, so we love to see it. We love it. That's been my day. Oh, you know what I should actually go do? I should go work on Project Dream because also Project Dream is very fall and it deals with small town vibes like Stars Hollow, and I should be working on it in the midst of this season. Anyways, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go do. But I will see you guys a little later. Hello, my lovely friends, and good morning. Happy Sunday. I am here in my living room doing some reading, and I was also listening to some YouTube videos at the same time because I can multitask, and apparently my brain likes having sound a lot to like multitask, which is nice. I realized I did not film anything last night from the party. It was so lovely to go to, but I do have some clips of some photos that I took because with Apple you have like live photos, so it like films a little bit around it. So I'll insert some of that like here if it works. But it was so fun. Like I left the house at like 5:30 to do a bunch of running around, grab some chips for the party, and go pick up friends. 2 of my friends, and then we went to the party. It was great. Got there around 7 and then left at around 12:30. Got home at 1. I really enjoyed it and it was a good time. There wasn't really anything exciting happening at the party, like nothing Halloween-y. It was just a bunch of us in costumes sitting around talking, which was nice because that's just the kind of hangout that I like. Today is Sunday. I'm gonna work more on Project Dream. I ended up working on it yesterday as well, and I added another like 3,000 words to the draft and edited one chapter kind of over and over a little bit because I don't know, I needed to make sure that it was transitioning correctly from the previous part in. Like I had to move some stuff around, and it was just one of those things that I'm like, this feels a little disconnected. So I had to go back in and around and work with it a bit. But it is October 31st. Happy Halloween. And Mom and Dad are going to be home today sometime. I'm hoping to have the Lighthouse Witches finished today. I'm on page 148, or no, 150. So I'm gonna try and power through the rest of it now. Maybe I can get through a whole chunk of it in an hour and a bit. Later tonight, I think I'm gonna try and watch something. I don't know whether I'm gonna watch like a Halloween movie. Not scary, because I don't do scary. We'll figure out what I do for the rest of Halloween. It is officially about noon, and we're gonna see how the rest of the day goes.
Ghosts and ghouls, let's go see the front. Come on, let's go see the front. Belly, let's go see the front. Go see. You're so cute.
Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Monday. I'm here in my empty library. It is officially the end of the vlog. It's the start of another work week. It's November 1st, and we've made it, my friends. Yesterday, I ended up finishing the Lighthouse Witches. Ow. Today has been just discombobulated, so that tracks. But yeah, I finished this yesterday. I don't have a rating for it yet, but I enjoyed it a fair amount. The ending was very good, and it like moved me. It wasn't like super spooky. I wish it had leaned into the gothic more, but it definitely had really eerie, gross moments for sure. There were a few moments where I was like, where things were happening. It was intense. But I really like the way that this turned out. It was very interesting, and I think I recommend it like really highly. It has some interesting elements that I won't spoil for you with the witches and with the lighthouse that this family is staying at. I like it a lot. I do recommend this, and I think I even recommend it into November for further into fall spooky season, because it has like the gentle undercurrents of spooky, but not like Halloween spook. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really did enjoy this, and I finished it yesterday, so the last read of October went really well. I didn't end up reading the Shirley Jackson because I couldn't find an audiobook for it anywhere. So I just decided to say, screw it, and I watched Dungeons and Dragons for a while. And then last night when I came downstairs, I started reading a different book. I started reading The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid, which is my book club pick for this month. And I am currently 76 pages in. Just barely started it, but I am enjoying it as well so far. It's a good fairy tale fantasy, and I haven't had a fantasy that felt like this. It's like a first person. It's got the classic hate to love trope of like two different warring factions kind of a thing. It's not quite like that, but it's there. We have like pagan witches in the forest, and our main character doesn't have any magic, and she's the only one of her kind that has no magic, so she's basically like worthless to her people and gets given up at the very beginning in place of somebody else as like a ruse to the woodsmen, who are people in this book who like come and take a tithe, which is in the form of a person, of one of these girls who can do magic every so often. I'm enjoying it so far, and I will be continuing to read this as the week goes on. It is November 1st, as I said, and I am not going to be doing any NaNoWriMo content this month because I'm not participating in NaNoWriMo this go around. Life is just too busy. I'm moving this month at some point to get my condo halfway through the month, so we're going to be doing a lot of work and moving and stuff like that, so I don't know how much I would even be able to do. But instead of NaNoWriMo, I'm going to be hopefully probably doing some writing content in November to like kind of stay up to par with things. And if I can, I might do the odd live stream here and there if I am here for the weekend and not moving or at the lake. So we shall see. Just stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram if you really want to stay abreast of what's happening in my life, because I do update there regularly. Other than that, my goal for November is to finish Project Dream Draft 5 and to get on Query. As a big goal, well, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try and send out my very first bundle of queries this month with the finishing of Project Dream. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in another video very, very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading. Oh, I also forgot to say, I did love the XX as well. I haven't ran it through Cop-Out, but I gave it to my friend to read, so I didn't have it with me as a physical copy, but there you go. Have a good week, guys.